Pigman 202 and impractically. Okay, all right. That's an impractical way of spelling your name, sir. Aha! In Lizardmen versus Dark Elves. Kroq. Probably my favorite Lizardmen character overall. I just think he looks super cool. I like T-Rexes too, so I like him riding Grimlock, though that hasn't been meta for a very, very long time. We have him here. And that makes me happy. Kroq on Grimlock. We have a Solar Engine Bastillodon and a Skink Oracle with Flock of Doom and Earthblood. A metric shit ton of Saurus warriors, some with spears, some without, and then 2 Feral Cold ones on the flanks. And the other side for the Dark Elves, Malekith, who already got hit with a Hand of the Gods. The Ravagers of Rakarth, Scourge Runner Chariot Regiment of Renown. 4 Blackheart Corsair Handbows. Triple Dread Spears, one of which is the Hellebronai. And then we have the Sisters of Singing Doom and 2 Cold One Knights. But I'm just here for Kroq. That's all I give a shit about. Skink Oracle is trying to fire back onto the Ravagers of Rakarth. And wow, him plus the Solar Engine both hitting directly onto it and getting good damage off. Go Skink Cohort. Skink Oracle, go. So used to saying Skink Cohorts. Blackheart Corsair is getting range with the Skink Oracle, firing up at him. The Ravagers of Rakarth are trying to annoy our dear friend Kroq. I think the Saurus Warriors will have to go get involved. Lizardmen do have a much better front line than the Dark Elves in this game, so they want their front line to be fighting at all times. For the Dark Elves, they have way better cavalry. I mean, 2 Cold Knights versus 2 Feral Cold Ones, please. That's really about it on their advantage. I guess they have some skirmish elements and whatnot. They have better skirmish, but their skirmish range is so low it's not really going to matter. Like, the Skink Oracle's never going to let the Kossars... I'm having a day. The Corsair Handbows really get in close enough to do significant damage. Malekith is taking a lot of poke here. He probably wants to back off as the Solar Engine and the Skinks poking him down. He's going to run for it. Ravagers of Rakarth still kiting back. Dark Elves in general just kiting out the Saurus. It seems like the Saurus Warriors don't mind too much all this Blackheart Corsair Handbow nonsense. If things take too long, they can get more Rev Crystal charges and even use some of them on the Saurus Warriors, maybe Earthbloods too. Saurus Spears get charged by Cold One Knights, and while they weren't braced, they do take the charge damage. I mean, they're still a very, very hardy spear unit fighting back against you guys. They'll be fine with it. Saurus continue to chase the Dark Elves back. Ravagers of Rakarth take more and more pokes from the Skink Oracle, and the Cold One Knights decide, you know what, we should not be fighting Saurus Spears, let's back off. So tough start here for the Dark Elves. Still trying to kite away. Some Dread Spear is going to stop and fight the dwarf. I'm just having a whole day. The Saurus Warriors who were injured. The Dread Spears fight them briefly, then back off. Feral Cold One Velociraptors diving into these Blackheart Corsair Handbows. They're going to rampage pretty soon. They'll probably take a whole volley to the face and then just rampage their way to their death. But hey, they're getting some damage down. In the backfield, the Solar Engine is getting attacked, but a very, very nasty Hand of the Gods. Plus the Skink Oracle shooting in. Malekith's taking a lot of damage, and Kroq pops his Sacred Swiftness of Itzel, for 25% more speed. Dives right in and gets a big charge attack onto Malekith. I don't know if he hit. I saw his health bar move a little bit, but it wasn't as much as I would think. And wow, Kroq, you really don't do that much damage, do you, buddy? Little Earthblood in from the Skink Oracle, who's also joining him in melee combat. Soul Stealer from Malekith trying to heal himself back up a little weensy bit here. And Cold One Knights now surrounding this area. Skink Oracle is going to have to be careful. Kroq will have to stay and help it fight, otherwise it will get picked apart. Meanwhile, on the kite front, the Saurus Warriors finally caught up to the front line. Looks like there were some micro lapses. And the Hellebronai, Sisters Singing Doom, anybody with a melee capacity is moving forward to take on those Saurus Warriors while the Blackheart Corsairs get away. Another breath attack in onto the Solar Engine. And the Cold One Knights get a rear charge onto this guy. Nothing is around to really help them out with this venture. Kroq is getting torn apart by that anti-large cav. He's already down to about half HP. Feral Cold Ones will get a rear charge. With the Bastillodon and the Skink Oracle fighting them, actually the rear charge does do a good bit of damage, so these guys are all of a sudden in trouble. Big Earthblood onto all of these units in this area, and Kroq is still trying to help fight too. Over on the front line area, Saurus look like they're not actually having the best time. We're getting some trades in, but overall the Dark Elf Infantry seem to be doing quite well, especially with the Black Ark Corsairs offering their aid. Colden Knights getting rolled. Classic Colden Knight things. One of them's already routing off. The next one is about to go. A Flock of Doom is going to hurt him as well, and they terror route despite the fact that Murderous Mastery just popped. Malekith tries to snipe out some Feral Coldlands while he still can. His breath attacks are much more needed on this front line to kill off the Saurus, though, than they are to try and snipe a Solar Engine. And he used Gaze of Malice on Feral Coldlands. Unfortunately, some bad usage of the abilities of Malekith. Like I said, breath attack on somebody's clumped up Saurus or a Gaze of Malice onto them would be way better than against these Feral Coldlands and shit. Nice Soul Stealer, though. Good rebuttal. It's the Solar Engine, hits the Skink Oracle as they still continue to snipe out Malekith. Bounce power is getting real bad for the Dark Elves. Because while they've cleaned up the Saurus for the most part, they lost Cold Knights doing so. Malekith has taken an insane amount of damage, and Lizardmen, big expensive stuff, is all still pretty healthy. It's not like the Dark Elves killed the Saurus for free. I mean, they are killing them, but they've taken a lot of damage and used a lot of ammo to do so. These Black Ark Corsairs are here. Feral Coldlands trying to stop them from shooting, and Kroq will even dive in to try and seal the deal on that, though there is quite a bit of HP on those boys, and Kroq is not known for killing things rather quickly. Nice rear charge from Malekith, routes off both Source Warriors. These Black Ark Corsair Hambos might have to charge in and sandwich those Source Spears to finish them off. Skink Oracle is just pestering Malekith. We'll see if he can get another Soul Stealer to heal himself up. He will need it. And there is no healing for the Lizardmen. I think I misspoke and said a Rev Crystal a couple times because that's what I'm used to with the Stildons, but it is a Solar Engine, so... I think the Dark Elves could still win this game. One or two good Soul Stealers to heal up Malekith a bit more, and then a hyper late game situation where you just have Kroq sitting in a whole bunch of Black Ark Corsairs and poking him down. The Hellbroni. Dread Spears get into that Skink Oracle. He has 5 shots left. The Solar Dawn has 7. Sacred Spawning of Zwaddle giving him some of his vigor back, but also that juicy physical resistance. Source is trying to regroup a little bit here. Black Ark Corsairs, I think we're officially out of ammo across the board. Yeah, nice job, nice dodge. Good job, Malekith. Anyway, Black Ark Corsairs just becoming half-assed melee infantry. And Saurus rallying around their T-Rex Lord as he chomps down on a little Dark Elf. There's some Earthblood. Oh yeah, there is healing from the Skink Oracle. Okay, Earthblood's going to heal them up. That's how Kroq has been staying in this game. Well, thinking about that, I mean, we still have 3 Saurus that are chilling next to Kroq. They're getting healed up with Earthbloods every so often. Feral Coldland to chase down people, though if it infinite rampages, that'll suck for it. And we have a Solar Engine with 5 more shots. And then after that, it's just a very tanky anti-infantry beast. Another nice dodge from Malekith. Skink Oracle stops to shoot. Gets a nice big shot off onto him. And Black Corsair Hambos are here to do a little bit of distraction. Hellbroni routing off. There's a big Soul Stealer that the Dark Elves really needed to stay in this game. It's going to hit almost all of the Saurus that are left. And Kroq. That's a nice spell. Good counter Flock of Doom. Not overcast, but it does a little poke down. What does Malekith do? I wonder if he even bothers to dive on the Solar Engine as he takes another hit from it. Black Ark Corsair is grinding through. All of the Saurus besides 1 spear is routing. Malekith continues to get shot by the Skink Oracle, but he is in fact going to dive onto that Solar Engine. Misses his charge attack, misses his first attack afterwards, and now Kroq is on the hunt. Kroq pops the Swiftness of Itzel and the Sacred Spawning of Zwaddle. Getting him onto Malekith, getting him 1 attack, and then Malekith takes off. Because Kroq is a little too slow in that pursuit. But again, the Skink Oracle and the Laser Dino just keeping him under such pressure that he gets pushed back down. Again, there's a lot of chaff here. But another Flock of Doom onto them. The Balance of Power is just tipping into Army Losses territory as Malekith routes. That'll just take out the rest of the army. And the Laser Dino fires its last. The Skink Oracle had 1 shot left in him. But they used up quite a bit of their ammo. Quite a bit. Kroq 2,700 value, 3,000 on the Skink Oracle, 1,300 on the Solar Dino. Saurus did not get good value, but they were there, I guess. They walked around. Feral Cold Ones did well. Malekith did alright. Ravagers of Karth struggled a bit. Cold One Knights struggled, even though they got the exact fight they wanted onto those dinosaurs. Black Orchestra Hambos did well. Dread Spears struggled. GG. Roar!
Subscribe, yes, yes.